going on, y'all? So let me switch over real quick so I can see something. How was everybody? How you guys doing? Yeah, I know. I tried to get at y'all Friday, but Friday didn't work for me. What's going on, y'all? So let me switch over real quick. Hold on, y'all. So y'all know if he's still trying to work all this stuff I have. Okay, I don't know. Somebody always trying to buy my house, I swear. Okay, so let me switch over. So today I'm trying to do the Instagram one, and I don't know how to do it. I'm hoping that it's already on. It said to to copy this, copy that. I can go live on Instagram when I do StreamYard. I'm actually not familiar with how to do it in OBS. Okay, so Instagram, if you don't get this, Sapphire coding, if you don't get this, go ahead and look at my YouTube, and you guys can get this. Okay, so I can't switch over to Twitch or anybody else right now. We're just gonna leave it to YouTube. And then next time I stream, I'm gonna have to use the StreamYard because for some reason the YouTube and Instagram is not flipping. So I'm gonna try it one more time because I should see it right there. And when I do the StreamYard, then I gotta come back and go live. I should be going live. So um, I don't know. It keeps saying connecting. Okay, so maybe it won't let me do multiple for Instagram. I probably have to just do Instagram. That's not gonna happen. So you guys are gonna have to go ahead and do it in the archive. All right. So I told you guys the coding class is long. Okay, the coding class is long, and I know don't tell me about this green screen thing behind me because I don't even care. If I have to fix this thing again, I'm telling you right now, I'll be pissed off. I'm not even thinking about it. We got to figure out how we can rotate all these platforms at one time. Um, and I know I was supposed to have tested it before I came on, but I wanted to hit y'all up before I start my day. Y'all know it's Saturday, and I know some of y'all are home, and this should have started at 9 o'clock. But y'all know how we got to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and drop up a couple of what do you call those things, y'all? Uh, it says no. I'm not doing it. Okay, let's get out of there. Uh, I don't know. Maybe because I'm in here, that's why it's doing that, y'all. Um, I don't know. I don't see anything in here, but we're gonna see if this don't flow to Instagram, y'all. I'm gonna do a second segment for Instagram because I know your listen. Instagram, do not get me. Instagram, my Instagram people have been asking me why I am not live on Instagram, and it's not that. Where's that chart at? It's not that it's a problem for me to do Instagram. I always have, well, yeah, it might be a problem. I always have a couple of issues where I'm trying to do the Instagram. It just doesn't work on the OBS because y'all know I like the OBS much better than the StreamYard. But sometimes it doesn't work. I'm just gonna snatch this up. One, two, three, medical insurance, medical insurance. Okay, this must be it right here. Um, I'm putting this up here in case y'all don't have your step by step book. You can use this book. But anyway, Instagram. I'm telling you, I ain't sleeping on y'all. I can't get it right now. I'm gonna put the ICD-10 up there too. Hold on, y'all. These are just, these are really just like temporary links for you guys to use your books. Okay. Well, they're not temporary links. You can use them as much as you want to. The links from Kindle that I'm actually putting up here are links that you can use for my class before you get your books. Look at some of my other chats and you guys can see that. Okay, so I know the books are kind of lengthy, but It's, it's Black Friday, Black Monday, Cyber this, Cyber that. And, I'm like an Amazon crazy. And I'll be 3 o'clock in the morning if I find something, I'm snatching it up. I want y'all to do the same thing. Okay? So, again, you can't get the books all at one time. I don't expect you to. Just try to get, you know, the Kindle, and then just do the books one at a time. And I know that I have been incorporating CPC early. The CPC, I normally do not incorporate CPC until later on in the class. But I have been incorporating the CPC guide, just to kind of boost you up more. Valerie, I hope you archive this class. I know you wanted to take your test in December. Hit me up. I need to know where you're at. Okay, I need to know where you're at. Again, I'm gonna. Why is this cut off like this? I'm going to. I don't know where it is. Is that it? Yeah, it looked like it was a little off, y'all. I'm going to try to do the Instagram thing. I know. Listen, I'm so sorry, Instagram. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm gonna get it right next time. I'm gonna get it right. Um, if you have your CPC book, go ahead and check it out. Because sometimes I'm gonna kind of throw CPC in there. And again, those of you who want to check out AAPC, I'm putting the link up here. Go ahead and check them out. Okay, that's who you're gonna take your test with. Um, you won't see YouTube links up there. I know Twitch. I always put Twitch up here, but um, I'm getting a lot of feedback from my Instagram people that they are not getting the live. But y'all have to come over to YouTube for a minute, okay? I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with that. Now, classes are same. They're the same as they were before. Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Um, what happened is I did a lot of extra classes. I did extra classes because we missed a few classes. So you might see 18, 19, 20, and I've done them like in 3 days straight because I missed a few classes. Um, but again, anytime I miss a class, we want to try to kind of catch it up. This class is going to be about consultation. Um, I did put it up there in the link about consultation. I didn't put it on this thumbnail because this is a pretty quick thumbnail, and I had a thumbnail like this before. And because it's holiday time, I wanted to use this one, even though, I could have just used another one. And y'all know I love that Thanksgiving one. I think on this next class, I'm going to do that. So we're going to try to do a double class because there's no way I'm going to finish with this in one shot. The next class, this is what I can do. I'm going to use, because I know Instagram. I love you. I'm not forgetting about y'all. TikTok, I heard you. I can't get into the TikTok to get y'all in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip over from OBS and do StreamYard. Instagram, I'm going to try to get y'all in that. Okay, I'm going to try to get y'all in that. So I'm going to use my Thanksgiving thumbnail. So we're going to have fun. But for this hour, I need to make sure everybody is straight because I have not seen y'all in a minute. But I see y'all archiving. Make sure you guys hit up my website, sapphirephysiciancoding.com. I've written 3 books on there. Get those books. If you're not familiar with billing and coding, check out my book, Medical Billing and Coding Q/A. Questions and answers. Okay. How I get that book, Miss Lambert? Go to my website. Go to my website and get that book. I have also written a medical terminology book. This medical terminology book that I've written pertains to what you need to pass your tests. Okay? What you need to pass your tests. All right. Now, the medical billing book is pretty much what you get in the classroom. I just put it in the book. Okay, I just put it in the book. Some people don't want to do the classroom. Some people do the classroom. Some people don't. So that 18 series that you guys see me writing, that's a part of what I do in the classroom. So when you guys are doing the chats on the YouTube, you need to have a combination of Sapphire Academy and the YouTube, because what's in the Sapphire Academy is basically your go-to. That's your test right there. You need to have the one-on-ones with me. We need to go over what's going to be on that CPC test. Those of you who might be home, those of you who might be, there's no more furlough, but those of you who decided to take a different path, I encourage you to go to sapphirephysiciancoding.com and look at some of what I have there. Look at the classes that are on here. Your classes on YouTube is free. This is not the full Sapphire Academy, but you still can take these classes and get what you need as far as me verbally being your instructor. Okay, but you need to be in the classroom. You will have a Sapphire Coding email and you will have access to Sapphire Coding. A lot of you are buying my book, Medical Billing and Coding Q&A. That's cool. I want you guys to continue purchasing that book, because that pretty much tells you what the coding is about, what the billing is about. It also tells you about revenue codes, 1,500 claims forms. Check that book out, because that is going to be your go-to guide. It's a fun book, and I put graphics in that book. I put illustrations in that book. I had a lot of fun actually making that book. It wasn't overnight, trust me. I wanted to make sure the book was perfect. I just changed the color, and then I might do some updates on codes, or I might do a couple of updates on stuff that's inside my book. But the book is it's simply to help you to understand what the coding is about. The medical terminology book is what you need for your exam. I don't give you anything that you do not that you cannot put to use. I'm not going to give you any extra classes that you don't need, that's not on the CPC exam. So trust me, this is about you getting your certification and passing your exam and putting you in the right place. So y'all know that we start on, let me get it, we start on elsevier.com, and the book that we use is Bucks 2025, step by step. The Bucks 2025 step by step. Let me put it here so you actually can see it. You guys can see this book. Let me just put it up real quick. So this is the book that we use. You guys know we use this book throughout the classroom, because I'm gonna put it up. I'm thinking this is it right here. So we use this book throughout the classroom. I know it's always a problem. There you go. So we use this book throughout the classroom, and the reason I try to make sure everybody can actually see this book is because this is going to be your go-to guide. This is your go-to book. This is what you need to learn how to do the coding. Okay, this book is crucial. You can't really learn it without it, because it's just step by step, and it kind of helps you along. Okay, and this is where you're going to do your work at inside this book. Okay, so just make sure you get that book. I put the link over there for you to get that book from Kindle. Okay, so we on evaluation and management. Okay, let me see. It's moving a little bit slow, but this is where we are, evaluation and management, and we have done a lot of sections in this book, and we're pretty much creeping down. And those of you who just joined us, just take a look at your objectives in that book. I'm on page 273, E&M section, factors, inpatient, outpatient, E&M coding, documentation, chapter review. I mean, that's going to be the end, but we're coming down to the end of this. When you get to learning objectives is what you should be getting out of this chapter, what you should be getting out of evaluation and management class right now. Analyzing code information, types of codes, documentation, key components, again, establishing new patient, inpatient, outpatient, observation. Okay, a lot of this we already went over, so sometimes I spend too much time on going over stuff, but I still want you guys to still be in the right place. So even so, we're gonna do consultation today. You guys got emergency department, critical care, nursing facility, home residence, prolonged services, case management. We're gonna do care plan oversight. Now, I don't have to do this word for word for you guys. We already did non-face to face and face to face, so you don't have to worry about that one. Okay. It's the basics is that you read this book inside out. The first chapters of this book we've already done. But when you get to the E&M service and the consultations, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to take you a minute to kind of get through that because you're still taking in what we did on the last class. But whenever we have the break from Monday to Friday, um, that's when you are to do your studying. All of this you were supposed to do, okay? So again, this is for you, okay? And we did direct face to face. You remember we did that. If you guys get lost, go back and do it category by patient status, code, place of service, and time. Okay? Officer of the outpatient, new patient. You guys should have been able to do this exercise. Now, if you did, we talked about telemedicine, hospital observation. We went to observation in and out. You guys remember that? Okay, so I'm just kind of scrolling down through this book. But I'm going to take the book off in a minute because you guys should have the book. But you guys know how I do. I kind of go in and out. Okay, hospital inpatient, observation, discharge. We did discharge. Remember we talked about discharging the patient. Okay, so here, this is where we are. We're in consultation. Now, consultation, can happen in a physician office or in a hospital because the hospital has a, clinician too. But that depends on where you're working at. The gist of this step-by-step book is to give you an idea. It is not to make you an expert. No, it is to give you retention of what goes on in the medical office, what they use in the medical office, what they do in a medical office. Okay, yeah, what they use. HCPCS, that's what you're going to use to code what they use. Okay, we haven't gotten up to that, but I'm just kind of throwing it in there. Your step-by-step book again is your go-to guide. I do throw the CPC in there because there are a lot of things in here that we're going to touch bases with as you go down the line in your course. So you guys know I kind of hit stuff as I go along, but we're going to go ahead and start with the consultation and kind of keep it moving. Okay, so what is consultation services, y'all? What is consultation service? Anybody know? Go ahead and type it in there. DM me. Tell me what you think about consultation. I got a lot of emails about you guys wanting to join the program. Go ahead and join the program. The program right now, I think it's $99. Go ahead and go on my website. Go to my bookstore. You will see everything that I have in the store. Everything in my store is everything that you need for this class. Once you join the Sapphire Academy, there's books in there that's included in this course. You don't have to buy the books. And the course is normally $1,389. I got a group coupon in there for $99, like a promo code. So you guys only have to pay $99 for it. And that's for all 21 points. When I say 21 points, I mean all of this for the anesthesia, surgery, integumentary, musculoskeletal system, respiratory, cardiovascular. All of this is included in your program. All this is included in your program. My whole program consists of everything that you see on the side of this step-by-step page. Okay, so we do the classes here. You guys see me doing the classes here. This is just your first step. This is just your first step. You need more than this to pass your CPC. What I would do is just go on the website, see what's in there, take a look at the books, and look at the chats. If it's for you, then I would go ahead and I would go ahead and enroll. Definitely check out the website because my books are also on the website as well. Okay, so we all need advice once in a while, maybe for a problem or a situation that we cannot find a solution to. Perhaps we think we are doing the right thing, but we want another person's advice, or we want somebody's best course of action to tell us what to do, or even if it's professional, or even if it's a friend or something like that, and you still want to consult with somebody. If you're having like gastric bypass surgery, you're just dying to tell your friend, and you just telling her because you just want to hear what she really has to say. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same type of process when you go with a physician. You're just talking to a professional because you want to hear what they have to say, right? Last week we went over consultations already. So those of you who went over it already, pull out your paperwork from consultations, because we talked about consultations and referrals. So you guys remember last week we said consultation A patient's family physician requests a patient to see a cardiologist. And I pointed out to evaluate. Evaluate. So like when you're talking to your best friend, you really talking to her because you and her want to evaluate. Do you need this or do you not? Do you need gastric bypass surgery or do you want Ozempic or do you need to go to LA Fitness? You see what I'm saying? Because we were talking about the differences between the referral and the consultation. We just didn't go into it as a deep measure, right? Because we just went over a little bit. And the little bit that I went over with you that was in consultations was pretty much what was in the CPC guide. You knowing that this is in the CPC guide, you know that it's going to be on the test. Anything you hear me say that is in this CPC guide, or you see me looking over this way, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, and anything you hear me say from this book is more than likely pertaining to your exam. Okay, so patient's family physician refers to the patient, see cardiologist to so he can see how he's going to treat your situation. Okay, but since some of you don't have that book, this is what you have. Okay, you have your consultation services in your step by step, which should be in still your Kindle book because you got a lot of pages and chapters in that book. Okay, the physician asking for the advice or opinion is making a request for consultation and is the requesting physician. The requesting physician. The physician giving the advice is providing a consultation and is the consultant. Make sure you pay attention to this because it's kind of tough. One is going to need the provider who referred the patient is going to need that feedback. The other provider automatically puts it in there if it is a written referral. Okay, if it's not a written referral, he's got to put it in there. Okay, so I know sometimes I'm saying a lot and it just sounds like ebonics to you, but when you read this, you get more of an understanding of it. I'm just not going to go through the whole thing, but I want you to do the consultation services because you see how the step by step is. When you read the consultation services, you understand why I kind of put these two books together. Because in your CPC, anything in your CPC guide you have to review is going to be on your test. No, you're not going to remember everything. But when you see me point something out in a step-by-step book, it's relating to this. The step-by-step book has an abundant amount of stuff in it. Yes, you should read this book throughout, word for word. But when I cross-reference the CPC with this, I'm telling you what's going to be on the exam. What AAPC, what are they looking for? What they need to make sure that you have retained and what you have read. So that's what it's really about. So that's why, it's always good to have both your CPC and your step-by-step open with your CPT. Everybody can't do that, so that's okay. Don't worry about trying to do everything at one time. But again, right here you see request for consultation, requesting physician, providing a consultation is the consultant. Okay, I didn't read the whole thing. The physician giving the advice is providing a consultation and is the consultant, which we did already. I just kind of broke it up. So request for consultation used to be termed, okay, referral. Okay, it still is. I don't know where they get the used to be. Making a referral means that the referring physician is asking for advice or opinion of another physician. Okay, the other physician is as in a consultation. Okay, now in Medicare you can't bill a consultation, so you have to bill that as E&M. As you go down and read, you will see that. Okay, however, some third-party payers have chosen to define referral to mean a total transfer of care of a patient. In other words, the patient is referred by physician A to B. They talking about Medicare. A to B physician. Physician A is expecting physician B to evaluate a treatment. It's the same type of stuff. You just have to know the payers. Okay, you just have to know the payers. Okay, so just kind of read that portion. We don't have to go through this one word for word. I just want to make sure that you guys know about consultations. Okay, and you could always put yourself in a situation where you're talking about consultation. You can put yourself in a predicament where you're doing your homework or you're reading and you go, what, I did that, oh, yeah, I had a consultation, and then guess what, that's going to help you also retain. of this information. Now, if you go on my website and get one of those books, that's going to also help you retain the information, because sometimes you don't have time to go to YouTube and sit down and look at these classes. If you purchase the medical billing and coding Q&A, it'll give you a lot of insight on this right here. Okay, but as far as the classes is concerned, sign up for Sapphire Academy. You can go in there anytime you want to. All these chats go in Sapphire Academy. After this chat, probably a little later on, I think we're going to the Bronx or Brooklyn. I don't know where it is, but I'm going to put this chat in the Sapphire Academy, and this prevents you from having to go through my chats. Which, wait a minute now, you don't have to go through my chats. I always number them. Y'all know I don't play with that. Because if I'm all over the place, you're all over the place. So that's why I don't do that. I make sure that all the classes are in order for you. So y'all know we got three playlists for these classes: medical terminology, medical billing, virtual course, and coding. Okay, if you want to look at the medical billing course, go through that. If you want more, you have to be in the Sapphire Academy. The Sapphire Academy is there. I've got a basic course that's just medical terminology and medical billing. I think it's 59 or 54 for you guys to get in on that program. And that gives you medical terminology, medical billing. You still get those free books. So, yeah, you get free books. Now, I don't know how many people like ebooks, but these books are free in Sapphire Academy. I don't charge you for the books when you join Sapphire Academy. Even if you pay the $1,389, it's just, no, not schools. Schools is different. No, I don't do grants for schools. Okay, when I work with schools, they pay full price. YouTube University and my students, I give them grants all the time because that's the purpose of me making this. Schools get student loans for their students. Exactly. They use my material for their students. The student loan thing, y'all know I don't want y'all to pay student loan for billing and coding. When you join the Sapphire Academy, you get free books in the Sapphire Academy. You don't have to pay for these books. Okay, they're already in there. I'll give you a code to have access to these books. Okay. And why, Miss Lambert? Because what's the purpose of me making a program if I'm not going to give away more than a school would? So, that's the purpose of the program, for me to make sure that you guys get what you need. In the Sapphire Academy, you get the Language of Medicine book. In the Sapphire Academy, you get your step-by-step book. Sapphire Academy, there's a CPT book in there. They're all ebooks because I can't give 1,000 books out. What if I have 1,500 students that are in there? Everybody has access to the ebooks. Once I give you that link, you have access to that ebook. If you choose to download it, that's fine. I have the rights to those books. I can do what I want with them. And that's, the Sapphire Academy. I do have students who have the ebook and then they go ahead and purchase the hard book, which is cool because when you take your CPC, you gotta have the hard book. Okay. No. If you take it online, you still need the hard copy. If you take it online, they're going to look at everything in a 360 camera to where you're taking your test at. So, that's how that is. Okay. So, again, as far as, the consultation is concerned, just make sure that you have your book. What we just went over, go over it again. And then you're going to do those quick references down there. The criteria required to report a consultation include. Now, remember, on your last, let me put this over you. On your last chat, we went over some of the codes that we were actually going to use. So just make sure that you have your CPT, and you can also highlight some of those codes. Okay, you can also highlight some of those codes. Why, Miss Lambert? Because you're going to see them on your test. You're going to see them on your test. The more coding you do, the more you get used to it. Out of all the classes that we've just done, you guys should be able to code E and M. Go look at the key components. Okay, go back and look at the key components. What is a key component? Go back to your CPT book. You should be able, let me get in here. You should be able to do this. Okay, you should be able to do this. All right. If you still having trouble doing this, then you need to join the Sapphire Academy. I want you guys to join the Sapphire Academy. Go to my website. Okay, click on Advanced Class. Click on Advanced Class. Okay, I'm gonna get an email, then I'm gonna send you a code to click the rest of those classes. Now, you can click on the rest of those classes, or you can just get the classes from the Sapphire Academy. No, uh in the Sapphire Academy, you don't need to download anything unless you choose to. I mean, you have access to download whatever you want. I don't close any classes in the Sapphire Academy. In the Sapphire Academy, you can open those classes as much as you want. You can download whatever you want. So there are other videos in there. There's other books in there and things that you can actually download if you want to. It's not anything that's timed like how I do the videos at night. Oh, you need to be at time. No, you can archive here the same way that you can archive in Sapphire Academy. That was vice versa, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so just make sure you guys do that. Okay. So again, check out that website. It's gonna push you along. And $99 is not a killjoy, y'all. I will put it right here. $99 is not a killjoy. That's how much the course is. The advanced course. That's the advanced coding course. And it also comes with medical billing. It also comes with medical billing. Okay. So combine these classes with the Sapphire Academy, and you guys get a live one-on-one with me. You get a live one-on-one with me. And you know what's good about the live one-on-ones? You can say things to me that y'all don't want to type. I mean, I know y'all be DMing me and send me discussion board, but if we could talk and I can show you. I have to do one-on-one with you anyway when you join Sapphire Academy, because I have to show you how to work it, show you where things are, show you how to DM me, show you how to DB me. DB is discussion board. Show you how to email me, group discussions and XYZ. So I have to show you things through that. Okay, so I know y'all know how I get caught up. So in the consultation subsection, open your CPT and go to 99242 and look at those codes from 9255. I'm gonna give you like a second. Y'all are going to office or other outpatient, inpatient, or observation. Okay. Some of y'all might have your book, some of y'all might not. Nah, go ahead and look at the link. Y'all go ahead and look at that link and see if it can get you to where you want to be. The first portion is evaluation and management is in there. Okay. Yeah. So when you go to, if you don't have your book and you want to use that CPT book, yeah, no, just when you go to it, just kind of look for where we're at. What you're looking for is evaluation and management. That's all. I know sometimes, ebooks, you just got to figure it out. Figure out whether it's up and down or over, whichever one makes it better for you. They don't miss anything there. It's just a matter of which way you going to scroll. Uh huh. Right. Okay. So like when you get there, the ebook that I just gave you, you see place of service, you see facility reporting, you see unlisted procedures. Right. So that's pretty much where you should be. Which is, don't sleep on that. I still want y'all to read the first part. Still, I want y'all to read resulting, testing, interpretation, and report. Okay, special report. I want y'all reading about time. We did this way earlier. Y'all supposed to be doing that. Okay, I'm just flipping through. I'm trying to get y'all to the right place. But again, you're going to do the same thing I'm doing. Just flip through the suffixes and prefixes. Just flip through. That's all you're going to do. Just flip through. Okay, until you get to that portion. If you choose to get the hard copy, just go ahead and get it. If you want to work on a hard copy. Okay, because if you do hard copy, you can do highlighting and a couple of other things that you want to do in your book. You can do tabbing. You remember when we got to evaluation and management, we did the tables. We did that the other day, and that was pretty much kind of showing you what they were. Okay, so Yeah, I would pretty much just do that. So now I'm up to evaluation and management. I got the other book up, but now I'm up to evaluation and management. I know sometimes it flips on, sometimes it doesn't. It'll flip on. Let me take this down. I know how to flip on. Let's go here. I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna shut this down right here. Okay, so let me go in here. I'm about to go into Sapphire Academy, so I'm about to pull a book from out of there. Because so again, this let me get at y'all for a minute. So the Sapphire Academy also has Microsoft Word. Okay, so you guys know when you do like a on Sapphire Academy, when you do online school, you get Microsoft Word anyway. It comes with your class. At Sapphire Academy, you do the same thing. It comes with your class. Okay. So I'm just trying to go in there. I have Microsoft on a different platform, but I also want to go in on this platform because I want to look at something. So I want to scroll down, and I believe when I do it in Academy and I click it, you guys are able to see it. If I do it on the other Microsoft that I have, you guys can't see it. So we can really find out right now if that's what the reason is. That's the reason. So that's the reason why you guys can't see it, because I need to be in Sapphire Academy for you guys to actually look at it. So I'm gonna go in here. Let me show you how I'll be clicking through. Let me see if it pops up. Let me show you how I'll be clicking through. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you how I'll be clicking through. Wait, hold on. I don't know what happened. Wrong click. Wrong click. Wrong. Oh, I clicked something else. Okay. All right. So y'all see how I just click through like this. I click through like this. Okay. Or you could flip up. Okay. You could flip up or you can click through. You still gonna come to the same portion. Okay. Modifiers. Okay. I'm still on that same 11950. I'm clicking through Appendix A, place of service, facility, unlisted procedures. So this is the ebook. This is a CPT ebook. Time, special report. You remember I just was talking about this. If you don't like the ebook, go ahead and get the hard copy. But this is how you're going to flip through an ebook. And there's a lot of stuff in here that I still want you to look at. Okay? Remember, I was just talking about the prefixes, the suffixes. And this is good too. Algia, EMEA. I want you guys to get this. Put this on index cards because this is how you're gonna put your medical terminology together. Okay, so I'm just kind of bumping over, and the ebook. You're gonna do the same thing. Go through the whole thing, and you can kind of look at it to see, see what's in there. Okay. Look at those codes too. Some of the planes are in there. Evaluation management tabs, we looked at that. Then we looked at that last week. Evaluation management services and guidelines. That's what you're going to start at for evaluation and management. Remember? Yep. And don't worry about clicking on any of that because I just want you to start from here and keep going. Okay? And see, look, let me back check. See, we're talking about consultation, telemedicine, and stuff like that. That's what we're going over. Okay? New and established patients. See, these are really like the guidelines here. Okay? These are like the guidelines. Split visits, multiple evaluation management services on the same day. See, the CPT is just giving you more categories. That's all it's doing. Okay? It's just giving you more categories. Levels of E&M, levels of decision making. Remember we read about medical decision making. So some of you who just joined into the classroom or some of you who are just archiving this is stuff that we already did, but we'll just kind of go through to finally get to the codes so y'all can take a look at some of the codes. This is the free book that I'm showing you. This is the free book that I'm showing you. Okay, so as you guys can see down here, it gives you at least 20 and 30% of the book. Okay, that's what it's telling you. It's going to give you like 20% of the book or so. New patient, 99202, office and other outpatient. Let me make sure y'all can see what I see. So that's the deal. All right. just fix this. All right. So now, now that y'all know where we're at, now that y'all know, I'm just gonna take this down. I just want to put y'all in the right places so y'all can see the books, the ebooks, and the free books that you get to use. So absolutely. Uh, and don't forget, if you want that medical billing and coding Q&A, it's in there. Okay, it's on the website. Okay. Okay, and again, Instagram, we're gonna get it together, but I want y'all to go ahead and archive this one, okay? Y'all can go to my website and y'all can see it there. I saw a couple of people on Whatnot. I thank you guys for your orders for your books. I have a couple of more orders from the other day. Your books are going out today. Books are going out today, buddy. Okay, and this is good. This is for people who never done billing before, or they want to know about medical terminology, or they want to know about what's on the chest. You know what I'm saying? So again, let me just show you this right here. So established patient 992. Let me see, 99211. That star means that it's no longer there, or something has changed. 99212. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Here. So I don't know why that's there. I don't know. That's it right there. Okay, so you guys can see it. So 99212. I want you guys to read that, but I'm just getting to that point because that's where we kind of stopped at. I want you guys to kind of read that. So hold on 1 minute. Okay, so let me get back to step by step. All right, and the gist of it was for you guys to take a look at some of those codes: 99211 to 15 XYZ. Okay, a consultation is a service provided by a physician whose opinion or advice regarding the management or diagnosis of a specific problem has been requested. Okay? You don't need nothing else. So if you have something on your CPC and it says, what is consultation or what is referral? Yeah, you're going to probably get that. Like I said, you're going to have at least just a little bit of medical billing on there. Okay? Because that's a part of medical billing too. Knowing what a referral is, knowing what a consultation is. You have to know what those things are. Okay, so yeah, if you have not, take a look at the medical billing course and you will see that. But don't sleep on the Sapphire Academy. The books are included in there. I don't charge you guys the same thing I charge a regular school. They paying regular price. You guys can have this for nothing. Put these classes, combine them with the Sapphire Academy. Like I said, when you go to my website, you will see all the books, everything that you need to take your CPC. We're in this together. You're not by yourself. I don't care where you live at. If we need to do a one-on-one, let's do a one-on-one. Somebody wanted me to see their portfolio. If you there, send it to me. Send me the portfolio so we can take a look at it. Okay. Go on my website, attach it there. Go to physicians at sapphirephysiciancoding.com. That's my email. Go ahead and send it over there. I also have a Gmail email. What is it? Sapphire. So that's like a Sapphire Gmail that I have. You guys can actually look at that. But again, you can send me what you need to send me. If these classes are combined, like I said, with the Sapphire Academy, you just know where you're going to fail the test. I hate to say if you fail. If you do, you can retake the test. Miss Lambert, do you recommend to take it online or do you prefer us to take it in person? I prefer for you to take it in person. Now, some of my students have told me that them doing it online was easy for them. They felt comfortable. They felt like they knew what they was doing, and if they didn't, and boom, boom, boom. Now, if you can't put all those answers in and go back and change them, that's one thing you can't do online. But if you're sitting in at the desk and you feel like you need to go over a few of them, you can go over and change them. But some of y'all get carried away. Next thing you know, y'all end up going through the whole test, and then boom, you done took out some answers. So the only reason that I like the in person is so that you can take it over. But it's always an advantage and a disadvantage. If you take it online, boom, you're going through it and you're done because you know you can't take it over twice. The second thinking is the thing that gets me because once you put those answers in and then you start going, man, how I want you to conquer that is to retain what you think you had a problem with. This is for the in person people that's taking that test at the hospital, the school, the college, or wherever, or at the church. Retain what you think you had a problem with. If you fail, you know what you're going to pinpoint. They're going to give you your answers. They're going to give you your, your test anyway. You're going to see it when you go AAPC, and they're going to show you what you failed in. But they're not going to specifically show you what you were weak in. If it's one that you were weak in, did you know you get ready to jump into Sapphire Academy? Ms. Lambert, we got a problem. So we know we need to step fast on that. If you hit anesthesia and you know anesthesia was your lowest point, we need to hit anesthesia. We're not going to kill ourselves with the whole 21 points. We're going straight for anesthesia. I can't even show you. In the Sapphire Academy, I have the classes split. It's not, do you see how I'm doing y'all's classes in the coding as a whole? In the Sapphire Academy, my students, my billers of Trinity, if she's weak in cardio, she only purchases cardio from me. If he's weak in OBGYN, he only gets the OBGYN course. He doesn't need the 21 points. You see what I'm saying? But to me, it's better to just get the 21 classes. That way you can hit whichever one you want if you feel weak in. But again, go to my website, Sapphire Coding. Y'all can look at that. But again, if you feel intimidated when you see the test, don't. Do your best. Do your best. Do your best. Take it. Be finished. Wait for your score. All right, I did good. 70 and better. If you didn't, then you know you can roll into it again. The purpose of this is to try and retain as much as you can, and I'm going to give you as much as I can give you to make sure you pass the test. As you guys can see, the coding course, we're already in class 20. Teaching you how to code is not something that you boom. I can't boom through that because this is a beginner course. So you need to know what is coding. Why do we code? What is 99212? You see how we're doing consultation? I'm pretty sure y'all had consultation. But this is how we teach the consultation. Okay, this is how we teach the consultation. Same thing in the school. Just because you're not sitting in a classroom, it's the same thing. If I was sitting up there with a podium, you'd be right in front of me. It wouldn't make a difference. Even if I pulled out my slides, you'd still be sitting right in front of me. And I have my book right here. Okay, you can ask any question you want. If you guys have any questions, make sure you type it in. If you don't want to, send me a DB or what do you call it, DM. Okay, so as far as consultation, so this is why I wanted y'all to go ahead and pull your book up or get your CPT. I want you to look at these codes. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack on initial consultation because same thing like initial what was it? Initial observation, initial as in first. So that's what they're talking about here. So only one initial consultation is reported by a consultant for the patient on each admission, and any subsequent services is reported using codes from the subsequent hospital care codes. So what we did last week, y'all remember that we did initial observation. Anybody else see that patient after that is subsequent care codes. Okay, same thing with the consultation. He sees her for consultation. Initial consultation is reported by a consultant for the patient each time admission. Because that's going to happen automatically when the patient first comes in. That's why each one is a subsequent consultation. So I don't know how many people been in the hospital. Just kind of backtrack. When you were in the hospital and look at your bill. You guys know that Sapphire does bills too. I mean, I look at bills for elderly people. I look at bills for patients. I have a few basketball people that I look at bills for. So we do consultation as far as trying to figure out your bill. I'm just putting this right here. If you know somebody who has an EOB or remittance and they are not sure what they are looking at, send them to Sapphire Academy because We also look at those EOBs, explanation of benefits and remittance advices, electronic, and Medicare. So you guys know, um, in the past videos, they are there. They're there, especially in the medical billing. Again, like I said, Sapphire don't stop with just teaching. We also do consultation. I have elderly patients. I have pregnant people who got bills in the mail. And this is a part of you learning how to do medical billing and coding. You can do the same thing. I have people who don't understand their EOB. I have people who are not clear on what a remittance advice is. Miss Lambert, they charged me $50 for this. I wasn't even there. This is understanding your explanation of benefits. Miss Lambert, why did they give me a 99213? Or they call and say, okay, Sapphire Coding, we need your help. You see what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people who don't understand that. I had a famous basketball player hit me up because he's trying to figure out why they charged him $30,000 at one hospital. Another hospital, they only charged him $800 for the same thing. So you see, so it's not just we learning coding, y'all. This is a career. This is something that you want to learn that you can do outside of the hospital. You do not have to work in a hospital if you choose not to. You can work wherever you want to. You can. You guys don't hear anybody talking about they laid off all the coders, revenue cycle management directors, vice presidents of finance. No. If you do, let me know. Well, I know I have it. Okay. So anyway, again, check out the new books. Sapphire Academy, we give you the books to use. We give you the books. You do not have to pay for the books. We give you what you need to use. And I also give you a one-on-one whenever you need it. Whenever you need it, if you get stuck, you call Miss Lambert. Okay. I'm gonna start sending emails out because I need to get feedback and see where some of my people is that I've been missing. Okay, so again, here we are on consultation. So the other day we did just a touch up on, what consultation was, what referral is, and again, when y'all see we refer to the CPC guide, that's what's going to be on your test. Look at the website so you can see. But we're going to go over the advanced coding later on, but I still kind of revert to the CPC. At the end you're going to get your CPC guide because we're going to work in that. Okay, so for example, a consultant may be asked by the attending physician to see an inpatient regarding the care of the patient's diabetes while the patient is hospitalized. I'm looking at the same thing y'all looking at for gallbladder, for the gallbladder surgery. After the initial consultation, the attending physician, the physician that's there, may ask the consultant to continue to monitor the patient's diabetic condition. The consultant assumes responsibility for management of the patient in the specific area of diabetes. Subsequent visits made by the consultant would then be reported using the codes from the subheading subsequent hospital care or subsequent nursing facility. Now, what they mean about when they say subheading, that means that you're going to be an inpatient or outpatient, or you're going to be in subsequent nursing, and then your subheading is going to be subsequent care. That's what they're talking about. So if you have your book, you can see that the bottom is going to say subsequent care, and then you have your heading. I can tell you this on the CPC. They may have something on there that says, in what order is the CPT book in? In what order, I know it's driving me nuts. In what order is the CPC in? Chapters, subheadings, headings, what? You see? That's why you need to know where the heading and the subheading is, where the chapters are in the CPT book. The main I know, I can't believe it. I got 6 minutes left. The main reason for CPC is to show that you have mastered the book, the CPT book. You mastered the ICD-10. You know how to get through this. You know how to get through the book. You know how to get your HCPCS. I know HCPCS is easy, okay? But we're gonna go through it step by step. Yeah, get your book step by step. Hit the link up. The CPC, we want to know, can you master what you are learning? Can you master what you are learning? This class is normally an 8 hour class. What time I get to work? I come in at, y'all know I'm in at 7, and yes, I have breakfast for my students. From 7 to what? We get out at what, 3:30? 7 to 3:30. You talk about an 8 hour day in this. So that's why you guys are already on class 20. Well, not already, but because imagine an 8 hour class and me doing it on YouTube. It can't be done. That's why you have to join the Sapphire Academy so you can get the rest of that. This is $20,000 course. Go look for medical billing and coding, and go see how much they charge for it to go into college. And tell me what they got in here and see if it's better than mine. I always ask y'all to do that, because if I'm missing anything in this program, y'all know I'm putting it in there. I do that myself. I go on different sites. I go on different medical billing schools, and I see what they got, and I just see, well, what the hell they need that for? I can't hire you as a coder just because you went to college. It's like, all right, if you pass your CPC, then you got leverage. Now, I don't want to talk about this thing about this with the nurses don't have degrees and all this kind of stuff. Bachelor's degrees don't mean nothing now. This doesn't mean. I never heard of such a thing in my life. I never heard anybody talk like that before. But I'm telling you, we got a government that I don't know. I don't know. But I'm saying, now they talk about medical billing and coding degree. Now y'all know why I don't teach for the schools anymore. And look what's going down. Look what's going down. They're classifying it as a certificate. Me, this is what I say. Give them back their money then. Give them back their money. Y'all classifying medical billing college degree. I definitely want my money back. I'm telling you right now, I'm going for my money back. Because I don't know how much my course was. About 20,000? I don't know what it was. It was about 20 years ago. I don't care how long ago it was. I want my money back. If you classify in medical billing and coding as a certificate, then I should have paid certificate money. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I did years ago. That's how I first got in. Well, not really. I started in the OR, then I started doing the billing, then I went to college for it, and then I did all the other stuff. But if y'all went to school for medical billing and coding, and they talking about it's non-void now and all this other kind of stuff, I told you, I can't hire you anyway with a billing degree. It's useless to me. I have to know that you have a certified biller or you're a certified coder. Now, if you're going on an entry level and you got a manager that's going to take you under your wing, ride with her. But she's taking you without your CPC or your CPB. That means she's probably going to teach you what you need to know. That's how I am. Y'all know how I am. I'll take them in a minute. I won't tell nobody none of their business. If I see somebody I want to hire her and I think that she can follow my lead, I'm taking her. And I'm keeping her away from the rest of the staff so I can make sure she's straight. I'm not the only one who is like that. I have a couple of people I know in Louisiana. Louisiana's amazing. Yeah, it's a school. It's a medical billing school, and she wanted me to work for her, but I can't work for you in medical billing, and because what I do contradicts what they do. I'm not saying I'm anti, student loan. I just don't think people should go to college for medical billing and coding. I think it's ridiculous. Yeah, I went, and if I knew then what I know now, trust me, I wouldn't have had to pay back that student loan. Trust me, I wouldn't give nothing. They sitting around saying that that's going to be a certificate. I'm telling you, everybody who took it, better get your money because I'm going for mine. Because it's useless. It's useless. When I first started, it's like, well, and I'm like, well, they ain't tell me that. They just said that I just need to get an entrance exam or, for school or whatever. But again, if they talking about, medical billing and coding is not a degree, and I told y'all know how antisocial I am about getting a student loan for medical billing and coding. Ask for your money back. They say void on nursing. Okay, nursing certificate. Nursing is not a degree. It's never. Okay, ask for your money back. But I'm not glad that they made that decision. I know I'm 2 minutes in, but this just relates to what I be saying about getting a student loan for medical billing and coding. I think that no, you can learn that on your own. What I'm giving you for $99, this is free. If you join the Sapphire Academy for $99, you get a lot more than this. I give you a Sapphire email. I give you free books. I give you tests, I give you exams, I give you way more than they give you in college. And it's not $20,000. That's why I always advocate don't go to school for medical billing and coding and pay a degree money. I know some of y'all who did, but look, Miss, I told you I didn't know this was gonna go down. I didn't know they was gonna say that. But some of y'all who did go to school for medical billing and coding, all else don't fail. Make them give you back your money. That is the reason why I kept advocating not to get a student loan for medical billing and coding. 'Cause I can't hire you if you have a degree. It's nice, and I'm glad that you have that introductory level, but I can't hire you as a coder or a CBP because you've been to college. I can hire you if you pass that exam. You see what I'm saying? So, again, y'all know how I get carried away. So let's finish with consultations, and just don't forget, ask for your money back. So in this consultation, you guys are going to still do you're going to still get the documentation. Okay, the documentation in the medical record for consultation must show a request from a physician for an opinion or the advice of a consultant. Why, Miss Lambert? Because if I have to fight a claim for this patient and I don't have a paper trail as to why this patient is going, they're not going to pay me. You see what I'm saying? So they need to have a paper trail. So what if I have to fight for something for my provider? He doing 20 surgeries and they want to know what's the surgery for. Oh no, you did. Did you follow the steps that you were supposed to do to boom, led up to this patient to have a surgery? So that's why that paper trail is right there. Let me put this up here because I need y'all to make sure y'all do this for homework. When we coming back Monday? Okay. Am I gonna be Monday? Yeah. Okay. So I mean, if I set for 9 o'clock and I change, y'all just be aware it's gonna be in between 9 and 10 or something like that. Okay. So yeah, finish reading this. Okay, finish reading your consultation in there. Make sure you read this whole thing. Right? Yeah, I just said this documentation in the medical record. Make sure y'all read that. Offers of other outpatient consultations. Make sure you get this. This is what I want you to look up. You see 99242? Look up that code. If you don't have your book, put it in the search engine. Put it in the search engine. So that's my trick. Y'all know I always got tricks. If you don't have a CPT and your sample book does not go that far, go to search engine. All right. I'm putting it over here. You don't have a CPT book, go to search engine. Find the code. Okay. It'll give it to you. Okay. So this class is actually over, but that's some of my. Y'all know I search engine for everything. Especially if you can't find that. Now I don't know about this guac thing. They keep telling me about this guac thing, but I don't really know about that one. But I know I see it on Twitter all the time. So I know. No, not my business Twitter. I'm not even on that one that much. I do post stuff on it, but y'all know I'm not really on that one much on my other Twitter. No, y'all don't need to know my other Twitter. That's political stuff. Y'all don't want to hear how Miss Lambert be talking. Okay, so the office and inpatient consultation 99242 require documentation in the medical record to support the medical decision. It is in there. When you start coding, it is in there. Go back and look. Okay, go back and look. What is MDM, y'all? Good. Medical decision making. Okay, so various people request consultations on a recommended treatment or diagnosis. Okay, your primary care provider might request a consultation. He might refer you to a specialist. You see, the specialist is going to treat. The consulting provider is going to evaluate you. Remember I said that? Various people request consultations on a recommended treatment or diagnosis. Insurance companies or other third-party payers may request a consultation regarding a diagnosis, prognosis, or treatment. If that's the case, there's a specific code for that. Let me see. Don't put it in. It's not in there. Go through the medicine section and just keep flipping till you find it. Okay? Because we ain't up to that yet. These types of consultations are reported based on the location of the service. Yep. Office or inpatient. So absolutely, uh, if the consultation is mandated, such as those required by an insurance company, we have to add a modifier. Do I have it up for y'all? Yeah, y'all still up there. Okay, modifier 32, mandated services. We went over modifiers. I would also kind of look at modifiers again. Um, Go over some of those modifiers, okay, y'all? Mandated services to code. This modifier is only added if the consultation is mandated by an official body, your job. Okay, that's an example. For office consultation, a written or verbal request. We went over that in here last week. A written or verbal request. This should tell you what we was talking about before. Let me see. Okay, let's read it again. For office consultation, a written or verbal request stating results is sent to the requesting physician. This is not necessary with an inpatient because the physicians share the patient's medical record, and the inpatient consultant would dictate a consultation report to be included in the medical record. So this is a good example of why everybody switching to the Epic. I think in my sister's hospital, she said they just switched. I always thought they always had it, but I think they had something else. Um, I don't know, but they did go live like last week, and I know that she said that there were a lot of issues with it. But there'll be Epics, savvy soon. Okay. So you guys go ahead and do this. This is gonna be for your homework, but I still want you guys to go over what we just did. 11 through 15. Okay, go ahead and do that. Um, do that. Do all this. I want you guys to try to code all this. It's in ICD-10 CM, so I also gave y'all the ICD-10 book as well. Um, I don't know, did I? Let me see. Let me give y'all that book. Come on. So I don't know if you guys have your ICD-10. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link up there for that ICD-10 book. Uh, where's that sheet at? I don't know. Let me go back over here and find it. So I'm not sure if I put that one up there or not, but I'm gonna put it up there now. This is same type of link like the ICD-10, like the CPT. This is just the ICD-10. That's all in case you don't have it, because we already did ICD-10. Remember we did ICD-10 a couple of weeks ago or last week or something like that. That's the ICD-10 book. I'm already hour and 7 in. We get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna see about the stream, y'all. Instagram. I know y'all are going to archive. TikTok. Thank you so much. Um, I know TikTok you have to do it here because the TikTok I have to do separate. I don't know. I guess it's conflicting with my business account. They're not combining these two together. They did before. Then I had to go through a whole approval process to do this one. So I can just do regular live TikTok on regular live. We might do that eventually again. Yeah, I did. I did TikTok live one time before. I know all y'all was in there. Y'all was deep. Y'all was in the house. I know I'm gonna do another live TikTok at some point. Um, it's still kind of early. I'm not gonna depart until about 3 o'clock. I gotta go out at 3 o'clock. But again, you guys have any questions? Check out my website. Take y'all's tests. Anybody who has taken the test and failed, hit me up. Anybody who in college for medical billing and coding, hit me up. Y'all need assistance, hit me up. If you need to get in Sapphire Academy to help you with your training a little bit, hit me up, okay? I'm still going to help you. And look at the website. I have everything in there. Stickies in there, this in there, that in there. Uh, we sell everything. Just, hit me up so we can kind of help you guys out. So again, classes Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Those are my main days. Those are the main class days, y'all. Just make sure you guys get in on it. Now I don't know what's the deal with Instagram. Like I see Instagram right there, but I don't see nothing jumping off over there. I tried to go in there, but again, I'm gonna try to do StreamYard. So just to kind of see, how it's gonna go down. So I'm about to head over to stream y'all. If y'all on Instagram, I'm only doing the Instagram, not doing YouTube. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Your next date is Monday. I ain't telling y'all what time because we know.